Welcome to the Morale Booster Network, a platform for entrepreneurs, career professionals, leaders, and the general public to give back to the society through coaching and mentoring. I remain your host, Dr. John Ugulu. I am an author, speaker, and strategist. I always say experience is the best teacher. You can stream or download this podcast from YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, Google Podcast, Player FM, and Pandora. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Hello, good evening, morale boosters. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome to another beautiful segment of the Morale Booster podcast, where we will be answering questions from members of the Morale Booster Empire. So this is another beautiful Q&A session. And before we get started, I want you to please like and share this broadcast. Like and share it because you might just be saving the life of that one person who has been waiting for a lifetime to hear this message. And while we're doing that, I will be trying to go live on multiple platforms as well. So please like and share the broadcast. We will be answering a very important question today. Let me see if we're currently live on all the platforms here. The goal is to be live on Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook. And, generally we're live on over 20 platforms, but most of the other platforms are audio platforms, no videos there. All right. So welcome, everybody. Let me see. I'm trying to go live on Instagram. Okay. So I think we are live. Not I think we are live on Instagram too. So you can actually see us. You can watch the video on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. All right. So welcome, everybody. Welcome. Let's wait for more people to join us. Hey, Instagram family, welcome. Today we will be answering a very important question that has been bothering a lot of people, especially people in the Morale Booster community. And the question is, how do I stay motivated when I am frustrated with my job? Yes. How do I stay motivated when I am frustrated with my job? I know so many people are going through this type of frustration right now, especially employees. It's very normal. It's very okay. But don't worry, I will be talking to you about how you can stay motivated. All right. So please make sure you like and share this. And the first thing I want you to know is that having a job right now is a blessing because, as you can see, so many people are being let go. So many people are being fired from their jobs. So if you still have your job, it is a blessing. All right. It is a blessing. And it is indeed a blessing. All right. So remember to like and share it. I promise not to take much of your time today. I'll try to be as quick as possible. And when you see me looking at different places at the same time, please bear with me. I am actually on multiple platforms. So, I need to make sure that we're still live on those other platforms. That's why you can see me looking at different places at the same time. So please bear with me for that. Even though I might be looking at other platforms, just know that I am still with you. I'm still here to say something great. All right, let me see. Okay. All right, so I'll be quick. I know we've all been there, that space, that stage, waking up dreading the workday ahead, feeling stuck, unappreciated, or overwhelmed, whether it's difficult colleagues, having workloads, or a sense of unfulfillment. Job frustration can drain our energy. It can drain our motivation. But today, I want to share how we can turn that frustration into fuel using both biblical principles and motivational wisdom to keep moving forward. All right. Remember, like and share this. All right. So now, my question to you who's listening is, are you frustrated at your place of work? If your answer is yes, if you do not look forward to Monday mornings, if you do not feel happy or excited or energized on Monday mornings because of your job, this post is for you. This message is for you. Because the person asked, said, "Hey John, how do I stay motivated when I'm frustrated with my job?" All right. So I will just share five strategies, five strategies with you. And these strategies would help you boost that motivation, will boost your morale, will give you that needed um, motivation and inspiration that you need. The first one is, you should shift your perspective. You should learn to shift your perspective. You should work as if you're serving God. That is the very first step. And this first step to overcoming the frustration is required because you need to put your mind in the right place. You should be able to understand that work shouldn't be just for the paychecks or for promotions or recognition. It should be about purpose. So if you are able to shift your perspective as if you are working to serve God, that can help you. If you are able to shift your perspective to the level where you know you are on that job to learn, you are on that job to build some skills that you cannot get elsewhere, that can help you. I'd like to read Colossians chapter 3, verses 23 to 24. It says, whatever you do, it says, whatever, take note of that word. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters. Since you know that you will receive a reward from the Lord as a reward. It is the Lord Jesus Christ you are serving. Think about it. When you're working for somebody, you're learning skills. Work on that job so that tomorrow, when you decide to start your own business, the people who are working for you would also have that mindset of working for you as if they are working for God. Does it resonate with you? When you're working as an employee, you're helping somebody build their vision. You're helping somebody build their dreams. You're helping somebody build their business. It's also a form of mentorship. You're experiencing some trainings. One day you will have your own business. How would you want people to feel when they work for you? That's how you should work. So when you're going to work, tell yourself, I am going to work to learn. So that when I build mine, the people who are working for me can have the same mindset. All right. I want you to see it that way. That's why when Paul was speaking to the believers in Colossae, he encouraged them to see their daily task as acts of worship, even in the most mundane or challenging jobs. We can find purpose when we realize we're ultimately serving God. That's what that verse, Colossians 3:23 to 24, means. It says, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart. Now, Steve Jobs once said, your work is going to fill a large part of your life. And the only way to be truly satisfied is to believe you are doing great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. Think about it. So when frustration creeps in, remember, you are not just clocking in for a company, you are contributing to a higher purpose. That's why they hired you. You are contributing to a higher purpose. And when it's your own turn to have a job, someone else would also contribute to your vision. And the second strategy is you need to focus on growth, not perfection. Write that down. Focus on growth, not perfection. Vince Lombardi said, perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can surely catch excellence. Now, frustration comes from feeling stagnant or not meeting our own expectations. But instead of chasing perfection, focus on progress, step by step. Get it done. Look, if you are waiting for the time or the day where the job will be completely finished, that day will not come. Do your own part. Do your own part. Do it well. Do it well. That's why when James was writing to the early Christians who were facing hardship, he wrote in James chapter 1, verse 2 to 4, it says, consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds. Why? Because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. And he went further to say, let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. Challenges are naturally meant to activate the creativity within us. That's why he reminded the early Christians that challenges refine and strengthens them. Your frustrations are opportunities for growth, sharpening your skills and character. I want you to always see it like that. Frustrations would always be there. It is out of frustration that people were able to invent clothes. It was out of frustration that people were able to invent phones, electronic devices. It was out of frustration that people were able to invent cars. It was out of frustration that people were able to invent jobs that are employing people today. Bo Burnett said, frustration, although quite painful at times, is a very positive and essential part of success. Very, very essential part. Do you know what it took for man to invent shelter? Because when God made man, God did not give us a house. When God made man, God did not give man a house. God did not give man a car. God did not give man shoes. God did not give man a phone or a table or a bed to lay on. But God provided all the resources for man to go out there and explore. But when man saw the frustration in living in the open field, probably they were being attacked by wild animals, they realized that they had to prepare something that can protect them from wild animals. That's how inventions came up. That's how they came about inventing shelter, clothes, choose out of frustration. Albert Einstein said, in the middle of every difficulty lies an opportunity. So the next time you are frustrated, ask yourself this question: what is this situation teaching me? How can I grow from this? See frustrations as an opportunity for growth. There's so many people who have lost their jobs today, but you have a job. Will your frustration increase when you lose that job? Oh, yes, it will increase. And how best can you remain at that job without the frustration? Is by looking for ways to become better on that job. And thirdly, lean on faith and prayer. If you are just joining me, please remember to like and share this broadcast, because you might just be saving the life of that one person who has been waiting for a lifetime to hear the message that I am sharing right now. And the question still remains: how do I stay motivated when I'm frustrated with my job? The third option is lean on faith and prayer. It's very important. Sometimes the best way to stay motivated isn't to push harder. It's not. Sometimes it's not just to push harder, but to pause, to reflect, and to pray. Frustration can cloud our minds, but prayer brings clarity. Paul wrote in Philippians chapter 4, verse 6 to 7, he says, do not be anxious about anything. In fact, this is my signature. This verse right now, it's my email signature. So if you have ever received an email from me, you would know that the end of my email always carries this. It says, do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Now, Paul wrote this to the church in Philippi, emphasizing that God's peace can anchor us. It can hold us, even in the middle of workplace chaos. So I would encourage you to always take a few moments each day to pray about your frustrations and ask for guidance. I am a person of faith, so I always encourage people to go to the Bible, because every strategy you need to live your life, every strategy you need to overcome workplace frustration is right there in the Bible. There is a quote from a wise man who said that once said, when you feel like quitting, think about why you started. And that's really deep, because all the time we run into situations that would make us want to quit. But always remember, when you are at that moment where you are about to quit, remember, ask yourself, why did I start in the first place? So when you feel like quitting, think about why you started. Prayer helps us reconnect with our why, the deeper reason we do what we do. Prayer helps you connect. I'm telling you that. And number 4, I want you to surround yourself with encouragement. Surround yourself with encouragement. You don't have to navigate job frustrations alone by yourself. No. Surround yourself with positive influences. Surround yourself with positive minded colleagues. Surround yourself with mentors. I would always say that. Surround yourself with mentors, surround yourself with friends, surround yourself with a community that uplifts you. Yes. Surround yourself with a community that uplifts you. King Solomon said in Proverbs chapter 27, verse 17, it says, as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. This was written just to remind us that we grow stronger together. So when you are frustrated on that job, lean on those who inspire and challenge you to stay positive. Start listening to this podcast, the Moral Booster podcast. Listen to it over and over and over to remind yourself of these strategies on how to regain your confidence, on how to regain your energy at that place of work. Oprah Winfrey once said, surround yourself with only people who are going to lift you higher. And don't forget, you can be that source of encouragement for someone else too. Think about it. Think about it. And I want to share the last strategy on how you can stay motivated when you're frustrated on that job. This is a very powerful one, and I want you to pay attention to this. It is by keeping your eyes on the bigger picture. For me, I work more than I get paid to do. Or rather, let me rephrase that. When I was an employee, I always worked more than I was paid to do. Yes. Frustration often narrows our focus to what's wrong right now. When you are frustrated, you're only thinking about the problems right now. But zooming out helps us see the bigger picture of where we are headed. Now, why was I always working more than I was paid to do? Because I was learning. I saw my job as a learning field. I saw my job as a place that would prepare me for the deployment of my own business. I saw my job as a mentoring platform and a coaching platform. So I always worked more than I was paid to do so that I could learn everything like almost the same time. But that's not possible. But that was my strategy. Working hard so I could learn as much as I possibly could, so that I could build relationships, so that I could have people interested in what I was doing. I knew that I was not going to retire as an employee building someone else's dream. I am not saying it is bad. Please take note of this. I am not saying it is bad to work for somebody, help them build their dreams, and retire as their employees. I am not saying it is bad. If that's your calling, if that's what makes you happy, all well and good. Keep doing it, but be the best at it. But that wasn't my calling. So I worked hard so I could learn. Now, God spoke through Jeremiah in Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11. It says, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Now, God spoke through Jeremiah to the Israelites in exile, assuring them that their current struggles were temporary and part of a greater plan. So, your frustration today might be preparing you for opportunities tomorrow. That's how I see it. Zig Ziglar also said, difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations. Yes, and I believe that. Difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations. When the road is easy, it means too many people have already gone before you, and you might not be able to get anything out of it. A wise person once said, do not go where the path may lead, but instead go where there is no path and leave a trail. It's always better. Go through the hard road, because that's the road that people hardly go through. The end of that road is always beautiful. So keep your eyes on the long term goals and trust that every challenge is part of your journey. I want you to think about it. And I promised I wasn't going to take much of your time today. But if you can go through all these strategies, it's going to help you. And let's summarize it. So when frustration sets in, I want you to get a pen and write down this information. When frustration sets in, the first thing you must do is shift your perspective, which means you have to see your work as service to God. You have to see your work as service to your future business. You have to see it as a coaching platform for growth. Then, secondly, focus on growth. Let challenges shape you. Focus on who you will become while you're working on that job. Will you become better skilled at what you're doing? Would you be more equipped with the required information that can help you become a better version of yourself? Think about it. And number three, lean on faith and prayer. Find peace in God's guidance. Number four, surround yourself with encouragement. Iron sharpens iron. You know, hang around positive minds only. When you see yourself in the midst of people who discourage you, who say things that who say things that will not boost your morale, you should walk away from there. Try to be around people who would boost your morale. If you cannot find if you cannot find people like that, listen to my podcast all the time, over and over. Put it on repeat. Listen to it from time to time. All right. And number five, keep your eyes on the bigger picture. Keep your eyes on the bigger picture. Work more than you get paid to do, so that you can learn as much as you possibly can, so that you can nurture relationships, so that you can gain favor from the people who would be able to assist you when it's time for you to deploy yourself into your calling. Your job right now is what you're paid to do. Your job is a coaching platform for you. But your calling, when you leave that job, will be way bigger than what you were doing at your place of employment. Your calling should be to serve people. And the skills you have learned from that job that was frustrating you, you can take those skills to build your own business. I want you to think about it. And I'll leave you with this final verse from Galatians chapter 6, verse 9. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. So right now that job might be frustrating you. You might not feel motivated at that job, but keep being good. Keep doing good things. Keep learning as much as you possibly can, So when the frustration knocks on your door, don't give up. Let it remind you of your purpose. Let it fuel your growth and strengthen your faith. I hope I've been able to boost your morale today. I hope I've been able to help you understand how to stay motivated when you are frustrated on that job. Thank you so much. Remember to like and share this broadcast. And I am excited to share some of the amazing ways for you to stay connected with our mission. Your support and engagement means the world to us. So if you feel blessed by this podcast, and if you feel inspired and you want to support the work we do, all you need to do is to visit our website, John Ugulu Foundation. This foundation is committed to providing online coaching and mentoring services. So if you'd like to support what we do and make a difference, head over to our website, www.johnugulu.com, or click the link in the show notes and make a donation. Nothing is too small. And if you want to purchase some of our inspirational books or listen to the most recent podcast episodes, also visit that website, www.johnugulu.com, and go to resources. It's JOHNUGHULU.com. Right. And finally, you can become a part of our growing community where we support and inspire each other every day. You can subscribe today for $10 and enjoy the chance to be a repeat guest on the Morale Booster podcast, giving you the opportunity to showcase your products and services. You will also be eligible for nominations for the Morale Booster Awards and also the President's Lifetime Achievement Award. Yes, your service through John Ugulu Foundation qualifies you to be nominated for the Morale Booster Awards and the President's Lifetime Achievement Award. So thank you for being a part of this journey with us. Together, we can continue to make a lasting impact and spread positivity in all we do. Like and share this broadcast. God bless you all, and bye for now.